Recently, I had the pleasure of attending Toronto Tech Week, an extravaganza of meetups for founders, investors, and builders gathering at the intersection of technology and human connection. As with any business tech conversations, there was a lot of AI vernacular flying around. And at the speed of LLM versioning is the terminology cycle. It is quick and a test of your state-of-the-art knowledge. This week's hot term was AI harnessing, a term to describe putting functional checks in an LLM's code to minimize and optimize token use. The prescient economic nemesis of modern-day innovation. Just ask Microsoft, who canceled their internal Anthropic licenses as token-based AI billing blew up annual budgets in months. They are not the only one. You can think of AI as your brand new puppy. It is noisy, it wants to explore, and it doesn't care if it pees on your carpet. Some owners let their little puppy run wild, loving the messes and the chaos. But this eventually wears on our dear owner, who is spending so much time training it to pee outside and not bark at every other dog. So, the owner puts a leash or harness on it to control the puppy. What ensues is a model of training we discussed in episode 3 on reinforcement learning. The difference between the puppy and AI is that you don't mind constantly feeding the puppy to make it continue to survive. You have accepted that as a cost of owning a pet. But less and less companies do not want to accept the current cost of running Claude code. So practitioners are finding ways to harness our AI from using too many tokens so that it actually solves the problems that we want at low cost. Welcome to We Are the Machines. I'm Dr. Deitra Sawh. This podcast is for those who want to use artificial intelligence. Through anecdotes and phrases, you will be fluent in AI in front of the executive team and at the dinner party. I explain how machines learn in the context of human learning and arm you with the right questions to be asking the machines or those who are building your business machines. You will sound like an AI rockstar by the end of each episode. Let's get started. Rules abound when we are met with something new. And so, with AI, we have gone from governance to guardrails to harnessing. Let's break these down. As soon as AI became part of the daily conversation, governments and regulators came forward with AI governance documents. They saw the need for some ownership of this new pet, with policies to ensure that AI is responsible, transparent, and explainable. But the AI cannot do those things. Only the owners can, through a structured set of policies, practice, and principles. Organizations can use them to develop and deploy AI. Yet, all that we have witnessed is AI's lack of governance, system shutdowns, hallucinated legal filings, and gross misuse. So for all of the commendable efforts, AI governance is not different from any other policy in the corporation. A guideline to hold up to the board, for boards to discuss, and hopefully to establish a culture of safety and awareness. It also provides a standard against which to uphold should any staff misuse the AI. But that does not make it safer. So we decided that, continuing with our new puppy analogy, that these puppies need to be put in a cage for our protection in case they go wild, and they called it AI Guardrails. This goes a little deeper than governance. Safety boundaries, rules, technical controls, designed to ensure AI behaves safely, ethically, and within intended parameters. Now, see, this is getting closer. Here we have the introduction of ethics. Is the AI being good or bad? Now that's an existential question. But this cage became the non-existent mystery meat that they can blame developers for lacking when there is a screw-up. I'll give you an example using self-driving vehicles. When everything works, it is a miracle technology. When it does not work, it's because of human negligence. What it comes down to is that the scenarios are infinite in traffic and just cannot be captured no matter how intelligent the systems are. As I mentioned in our last episode, machines are not accountable. Humans are. Truly, our developers are under attack for the same machines they are building for us. And tech companies are savage. They blame their developers for downtime when the very corporate governance they set up is either not working, not enforced, or is only used as a tool to get the board off the exec team's back. So the programmers are working to protect the actions of their code through the lens of economic benefit, AI harnessing. I will give you an example. Let's say you have a program that pings an API to get access to a website and then logs into the website for you. The program can use many tokens just pinging this API too often or trying to log in too many times. By using AI harnessing or token optimization, the program will give up or send a message to you telling you the status. It doesn't seem so revolutionary from a programming perspective, but in the paradigm of tokens, it is a necessity to minimize costs. I mean, you don't keep feeding your new puppy as it vomits on your carpet, right? So, what is next? We have realized that AI is just a bunch of code. We have accepted that AI in common vernacular means large language models, which often hallucinate, can be expensive, and behave unharnessed. Maybe the next frontier of AI domestication is AI watchdogging. And now, a moment for the human. In a week of buzzwords, we asked ourselves an important question of humanity. When knowledge is free, what becomes scarce? Discernment, trust, taste, context. What do they all have in common? All are relational. Relationships between concepts and relative understanding for decision making. In this way, AI is forcing us to be more human because we have to figure out what we are outside of a knowledge database. Thank you for listening to We Are the Machines. I'm Dr. Deitra Sawh.